I'd rather forget that. I was reminded of a little story Dad used to tell. He used to be a singing school teacher. Taught folks to sing, shape notes, and so on. And he was up conducting and teaching them conducting, how to lead music in church and so on. So there was two old ladies in the back who were just talking back and forth. They weren't paying any attention to the lesson or anything. So Daddy, in order to teach them to watch the conductor all the time, he would have them sing a while, and then he'd bring them up to a big long note and then cut them off like that, and that would be silence. And if you didn't get into the silence bit, it was a shame on you. But anyway, he got going with them on another song, and he brought them up to a big hole, and then he cut it down like that. And when he did that in total silence, one old lady in the back said, "We fry ours in butter." Another one, these are just happenings. We were in Chattanooga one night and sang in a church full of people were there, and so they took an offering for us. And Ben was just a little boy. He used to play a ukulele back then, and he was just a little kid. Well, the preacher had us all to come and line up and said, "We'll have the Speers to sing again in just a moment. First, I'd like to tell you what the offering was. $29.50. Ben looked up and said, "Is that all?" All right. Okay, the Hiccups. We had scheduled to do our 75th Diamond Anniversary Jubilee record on the 27th of July, which is a Thursday night in Acuff Theater. And about 3 days ahead of that, I got hiccups real bad. We were over in Oklahoma, and I went to a doctor there. And then I went to another doctor when we got to Nashville. And part of the big arrangement was that we were on the Entertainment Tonight. We were on the network, the TNN network. And I said to Faye, I said, "What if I still got this when we get to this weekend?" "Oh, sure, you'll be through with that. They don't last that long." 5 days later, I still had them. And so I went to our regular family doctor. It was a lady. And she gave me a muscle relaxer. Now, I don't do muscle relaxers real good. That was on a Monday night. We were booked on TBN. They gave us the whole hour. The Laverne Tripp show gave us the whole hour. So I took one of those right at the beginning before we went out on the stage. And so Laverne Tripp called us around, and he was talking to us, and Dwayne Allen was there as our guest. And Brian, my youngest son, said, "Daddy, I thought you was going to fall right out of that chair." But I didn't. And the further the program went, the worse I got. Faye says, "I don't think you realize how slow you're talking." Sure enough, I didn't realize it. And so they called us all out on the stage, and at this time I was out in La La Land. I didn't know what I was or what was going on. And they called us out on the stage, and Sue Dodge was right in front of me, and I heard this intro start, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and I thought, "Boy, what is that?" That is familiar to me, but I said, "Sue, what song is that?" "I never shall forget the day, Brock," she snapped at me. I said, "Well, you have to feed me the words. I don't know the words to this."
He hadn't sung it but 500 times.
And so we walked on out on the stage there, and later on, Faye said, you know, you look like you were drunk out there. I said, yeah, now I know how J.D.'s been making it all these years.
Les, what was that about Brock I just caught off?
Well, and continuing about him not taking the relaxers, I agree. He should not take a relaxer. He doesn't need it because he can go to sleep without it. I know one time, not too long ago, Paul Howell was interviewing he and I. Paul's sitting here, and I'm sitting around the corner, and Brock is here. And Paul talked to me, I guess, a minute or two, and he asked me a question, and I thought I knew the answer, but I was going to verify it by Brock, and I turned to Brock, and he was snoring.
Hey, Jerry, one more time about Brock. Brock is now, everybody, Brock being old, when somebody asked him how old he was, he said, well, when I was a little bitty boy, the moon was just a little bitty thing and there wasn't no stars.
Oh, my, they're on your case, Brock, I'll tell you. You're the granddaddy of this.